Hello and welcome to this exciting episode of Factorio with me, Skuzz. And here today we are going to show off our new complex, our surprise that's been building out slowly in the background. We have completely finished our chemical plant. We've got all the ins and outs, and that is going to be turned on shortly. Now, because of the turn on of the complex, I'm rather concerned with the power usage. We already are sitting on the line here, and I know there's going to be a massive increase in demand. So we are going to take a little detour very quickly. We're going to let this do its thing. So this is our existing nuclear facility, and we did leave, get zoomed in there, we did leave enough space to double this up, which is what we're going to do right now. So let us make a copy of this entire thing all the way up to there. I just need to get up to, I don't want to include that rail. Okay, I'm going to put it on here quickly. So I don't need these things over here, so I'm just going to take them out. Okay. And that we are going to stick on the end, and then we'll tidy up. Right, so this whole thing will build out by itself. So we've more or less joined it over there. So I'm going to leave them like that. We'll probably have to come back and just double check all the rails connect up correctly still. You can see there's a couple of signals that are out. So we're going to let that build out, and that's going to take a little bit of time. Another change I made off camera was dealing with this area here. We're getting quite a bit of clogging happening. These trains are extremely busy. So what I've tried to do is isolate this little area here, basically our mall pickup, from all the resources coming in. So basically I added a parallel diagonal line here. So it splits up over here. And this carries on all the way, it's isolated from this line here, all the way there. So what's happening here is any of the trains that are required to go to this side of the facility, basically they will use that instead of coming down over here, and that has actually freed up quite a bit of traffic on this route. So we're going to let this build itself out, and we're going to hop back to here. So this is the size of our plastics chemical plant. We've got all our trains sitting and waiting, and we're going to get them moving. So let us take a little walk. If you guys remember, it was up on the left here. So here we go. So this is the size of the complex. If we zoom out even more, it's quite a fairly big size. And if you can read this is a modules facility. So let's just take a walk in and we'll show it off. So this is going to help. Our main base was producing very few of these things. This is also a temporary facility. At some point it won't be used, but that's far down the road. So the whole goal of this is to assist with building out the modules that we need to supply all the future builds. So the bottom here, this is plates coming in. So this first section is to build out all the green circuits. So this whole thing here, in the beginning we're converting plates to copper wire. Copper wire is going into green circuits. And this is being fed here. This is steel coming in. So if we start at the bottom, and this all are built in the sandbox. So we've got our beacons, and we've got 2 lines of copper plates coming in. And this actually creates 4 lines of wire. So if we go up here, see there's the 4 lines of wire coming in. And they come into here, 4 lines into green circuits, and this line coming down is the small amount of copper plate we need. And this is replicated across. We are making quite a few of these rows. It's all of that is green circuit. So here we've got iron coming in down and iron coming in to this area, and we've got all the green plates, green circuits coming up. Green circuits are being converted to red circuits. So we've got iron and plastic coming in, so along this route. It's plastic, copper wire, and the copper wire is being produced at the top here. This is all red. Here we go, copper wire. So this is the topmost part. We've got another copper intake feeding in the top. This is producing again a whole 4 lanes of copper wire, and that's coming down. So if we take a close look at it, we've got lines coming, whole bunch of lines coming down. This is the exit for the red circuits. So this is copper wire coming down, and then we've got plastic and green circuits going up. And this is copper wire coming down as well. So that is a huge one, and then it also jumps tracks. This is the copper wire coming in and replacing the feed line. And this eventually all comes out here, and we spit out red circuits onto this section here. And that all feeds down to blue circuits. So we got red, and some of the green is being fed here. We also got our liquids coming down. So if we take a zoom in, this was quite something to get squashed in between these beacons. So this is taking red and green. I think the single line is the red. We need only 2 red versus those 3 lines of green coming in. And this is how we've done the piping. So the piping goes interweaved and feeds these 2, and this keeps going. So that is our greens, our blues. Okay, and then we hit this area. So what happens in this bit of a mess here is we taking all the leftover reds, all the leftover greens, and then the created blues, and all of that is being balanced and fed into a modules section. So out of this huge complex, all of that whole section is producing green. This whole section is doing reds and blues. I mean, that's all red. That tiny bit there is blue. all to do this small section, which is the actual modules. So the first one here, I mean, we can see, and we'll see better once the facility is running. I'll give another tour. So we got level 1. We only do level 1 efficiency modules for mining. Others we don't use them anywhere else. So that's these 4. And then the rest just goes into level 1 speed, level 1 production, and then we go shrink it down to only level 2 and all the way to 4 speed and 4 production. So this whole facility will keep those going. And the only part that's botted is actually just the modules here. The modules are botted. All of that, we've got the construction zone over here. And this is our module train. So if we go look here, this is the storage. So in all our future builds, we will have a little section in here. This is the building zone, basically. There'll be a module drop-off. So instead of the construction zone over here, we used to request modules. This will now bring the modules in. It's turned off at the moment. There's no inserters going in here, and these are buffers. The reason being that because as this facility builds, if we look at our ghost scanner here, there's 215 of those modules needed and over 2,000 speed modules still needed. So as this facility builds them out, the bots will drop them off here and then they'll be picked up and put into places here. So that is what this has been doing in the background, getting this whole place built out. So it's pretty big. There might be some tweaks regarding resource drop-off and that. You'll see the stations are all limited to how many they can request, and the stations will shut off if they are full, and in that case they will then sit in the yard here waiting for their turn. Yeah, so the second I get all this moving, there is going to be a drastic smack to our power demands. But anyway, let's do it. Okay. So the first place we stop is, and I've got the yards split out, dedicated ones. I'll go show you those in a moment. So we go to first stop there, second stop at drop off, and we hook you up to the smelter. So the smelter you're going to fill up, and here you are going to drop off, and at the yard, so over here we're going to add a weight condition. So we're going to check the circuits, look for that it needs to be greater than or equal to 1. So I'll go through that in a moment. Okay, so we're going to copy you across to these ones. So those are our 3 stations, and we can turn you 3 trains on. Okay, all of you are going to go fetch copper. So let's take a stroll. We need to now turn on some plastic. Oh, we also got the sulfur train. Okay, so the sulfur one's going to work a little bit different. He's not going to stop in the yard. So here's the first one going here. Sulfur pickup. So I pick up full, here empty. I'm not going to add any of the other conditions in. So I just want to make a copy of that instruction set. And I'm going to paste it onto this one. And turn you on. Come here and turn you on. The reason being that there is very little demand for sulfur. So these guys will basically stay filled up for a long time. And we'll have two trains, so one will be sitting here, and basically this will just empty over a long time. And there's plenty of space for 1, 2, 3, 4 trains to sit in there, so they can skip the yard. So plastic, we go to yard, we go to drop off, and get you to pick up. So pick up, we go full please, empty, and here we're going to set a circuit condition for plastic. Only move when you are greater than 1. Okay, I'm going to copy that condition and put it onto the 2 trains we do have sitting over here. Turn you all on. Okay, where are you going first? Let's send you off to pick up. I need to double check what's going on with the yard. Why it said there was no destination. Got a feeling I know what it is. There's a restriction here. It can only request 2 trains because it can only hold 2 trains. Okay, iron yard to drop off, and iron pick up is over here. So full and empty and circuit condition plates, it's greater than equal to 1. And turn you on. Okay, so those weight conditions, let's have a look through. So all the containers, no. Why are some of them blocked? Okay, so the containers are linked up. Let's start on this end. They are all linked up to a calculator, which outputs basically the average hold, and the station here is programmed to turn off, well, to turn on while it's empty. Similar thing that happens here. This basically just sends, if there's not enough, send the signal onto this line. Oh, what's happening here? Got a bit of a break in the line. So all those signals get sent up here. So if we hover over one of these, we can see on the right hand side there are 3 plates, copper plates, 2 steel, and those are the number of stations requesting the resources. This then flows up to the yard, where all this is hooked up, and these send the signal to the train. So the train will come here, check, am I needed anywhere? If not, it will stop. The reason I've done it this way, if we go to a train, is that I don't want it hanging out in getting stuck at any of these places. So it will do its pickup, come here, and then wait until it's needed. And this is where a headache is, because there are 3 plastic trains coming, and I can only store 2. Whereas with these, I have extra. So basically, I can do 6 copper trains and 4 iron trains. So I might need to put another one of these in, or we're going to have problems. Yeah, let us get this fixed up. So you are going to go to there. Okay, so this is plastic. Let's hook you up like that. You hook into there. Copy all the information over. And let's just get this created. Okay, that's just doubled our intake of plastic that we can store here. And don't forget the signal we need over here. Okay. So if we have a look at our power demand, look at that being whacked already. So let's have a look. Let's take a walk through. So here we go. We've got all our copper coming in, being converted to copper wire, 4 lanes of which hit red, and it slowly dwindles down. There's the plastic coming in. Okay, we don't have iron coming in. Need to follow up on why that is. And okay, copper, I know. Oh, there we go. It was filling the top station up first. We will need more trains in this at some point, but in this beginning, so here we go. Okay, is steel, what's happening at steel? Nothing. Something is wrong. How is plastic? Plastic pick, plastic. You can't be on here. Plastic drop off. No, you're not a plastic drop off. You're an iron plates drop off. What is going on? What are you? Plastic drop off. No. I've copied a signal that wrong then. You are not plastic. This is iron. And of course, you now have the wrong coloration as well. I wonder what happened there. Okay, we'll get that fixed up. So this train station should be 180, 200, 255. Iron plates. Iron plate. Plastic. Okay, so this programming needs to change. You are coming there. Empty. Okay, iron. Okay, and yeah. And this guy, you, not plastic drop off. Let's pick the station from here. Iron drop off. We go empty. Okay, so this should be left with 3, and these guys only have 2 running, which is obviously nowhere near enough. We'll create more of those guys. Same with the copper, we only have 3 copper running. We're going to need to at least double that flow of goods. But you'll see these have now come to a halt, so this is actually closed, which means the trains will actually store up there. Here, okay, here we go. Just copying the recipe there. So you'll see there's a higher request for goods on this side. So the balancing is a bit weird over there, but it works out fine. There's the other drop-off happening. And there we go. We have some green circuits being produced. And so if we follow that, see, some of them will go into red and some of them go into blue. And once red is being produced, that gets out on here, and this will flow down and then also into blue circuits. And all these balances are basically to force the maximum amount onto every line, because the distribution is split evenly across all those facilities. Okay, so we should then be getting, if we come here, we should see some blue sneaking out. It might take a while to get red and green. Okay, there's some green coming. Okay, there's a couple of reds sneaking through. No blues just yet. You can see the line slowly filling up, and this gets split up. We got basically it's 1.5 lines of green, 1.5 lines of red. So the whole thing here is to actually split it up, and I put some of the red on the one side, green on the other. There you go. We got filling. We still don't have blue being created yet. Oh, there's some blue coming in. Here it goes. There it goes, and that gets split up into these higher ones. So the bottom ones use red green. Let's just go here. Level 1s are red green. Level 2s are red blue. And the red level 3s is the same thing, red blue. Right, so this is now flowing. Let's see how all the stations are managing. This one is staying nice and full. It'll take a while for this to get filled up because it's waiting for modules to be created and enough resources to be dropped off. So I think I want to increase our... You know what? I'm not going to... I don't know. I don't know if I should increase it now. The train volume. Because that stays pretty full. I think we'll just leave it as is. Basically one train per station. And we'll just see how well this functions. Until the speed modules are in, it's not going to be pulling the resources as fast as it should or could. So, okay, this is the middle. This is where everything runs. So yeah, we got lots of green and red starting to come in. You can see this line is now pumped full, so everything goes into there. When this fills up, it'll move all the way down. So that's starting to go nicely. There we go. This has got excess in there. We got to keep an eye on the bots. There's only 220. Should be enough. Well, so that is our look awesome complex. That is our surprise build that's been busy in the background. If we have a look at routing, so all the copper is coming from here as our copper complex. It will take this tour around like that. At the moment, steel plates is going to do the same thing. And plastic is taking a really long route. It's going up all the way there and around and stuff like that. So I want to change that. The first thing I'm going to do is actually come along. No, you are going to come there. We'll send the other spider this way. I want to disconnect right here. I only want copper utilizing this little bit. And steel will use that bit there. So copper can come along out, and then it can split. It will go there and there. I thought this would be better than a four-way junction. And there's no connection here. So it just goes straight to there. Okay, while that one's on the way, so over here, we just want to make a little bit of a change. I would like the chemical stuff to not go completely all the way around. So let's just go to the bottom here. We're going to have it connect into there. Okay, we can get rid of that one. So if we go to rails, straights, and U, okay, and we'll do that one like that. Get rid of all the signals, and let's put in the ones we now need. So check, check, check. I'm going to break that and that quickly. Something's wrong with that junction. Take a little bit further. Come on up. There we go. I needed to have a... No. Okay, come through. Basically, I need it to be as the sharpest it can go. What is going on? There we go. I need to be able to do that. Okay, junctions before. And you've got after signals everywhere. Okay, and let's join you up down here. So this is just going to give a shortcut for plastics as well as the sulfuric acid. Okay, I'm not worried about all the power poles. And this is also going to be basically a one-way junction. So let's go before, and coming this way, before like that. Okay, so this will be plastic and everything. Now, one thing I need to change quickly. It's just at the top here, we need the ability for them to actually enter the yard. Okay, while that spot is up, we're going to come here. And all I want to do for now is just take out that bit of rail. Okay, and you can now find your way back to me over there, please. Okay, you need to be allowed to get traffic from here. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Come on. Okay, let's just... take you there and then get you to join like that. I know it's a bit weird, but yeah, this is what we're going to do. Okay, choose your way. Just watch out for there. Watch out for there and there. And there. Okay, that keeps everything protected. We'll just do that there as well. You know what, actually, we are going to remove that. This train needs... I don't want it blocking, it needs to just flow all the way through. But actually, doesn't matter. Okay. So we have trains queuing up. It's because we got 3 plastic to 1 station, where all the others have 1 train per station. Yeah, let's get you hooked up. Okay, so I'm happy with that. It's going to slowly build out, and then obviously once all the modules are in, we can turn that module station on. So let's have a quick squiz at how we're doing over here. Okay, all the water is filling up, I know, and let's actually take that walk. We're going to go there and come straight across. Okay, one of the things we're going to have to do here is it's going to need more trains. There we go. Okay, heat pipes are going to take a while. That's why there's not a lot of demand. But 8 trains is not going to cope. We're going to have to probably add another 4 should be able to cope. We'll see. Let's see, we'll just do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll grab. And we'll just let everything build itself out here. And while I'm here, okay, I'll have to wait for a train before I can take a copy of its instruction set. Here we go. I'm going to make a copy of you and go on all 4. Okay, that's the uppers. And then we'll do the same thing down here. I need an engine. Oh, here we go. Grab an engine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And fully up. Copy the lower instruction, and we'll just have to wait for engines now. There we go. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm on my way. Let's see, we have to wait for the building train to arrive multiple times to deal with all of this. Let's actually check how often are we getting one. We can change that to a 2 request. Just at least while it's being built out. Okay, there we go. All the lowers are in. We just actually need the trucks now. I don't think we're producing... Oof. I'm not producing anything yet. Yeah, here we are. Right, off you go. You've got 4 tanks. Yeah, I don't need to be filled up with all that. I need tankers, please. There's the other spider. He doesn't carry tanks as far as I know. And of course you... Oh, not stuck. Surprised. So this is one of our crazy nuclear plants with so much doing water this way. Most likely our next ones, we're going to use the mod to help us with the water line and try feed them just directly from the lake edge. But this was a cool experiment. I mean, whether do we do it directly on a lake edge or feed like that, it's pretty much the same. Other than, yeah, it's, I don't know, it was just different to do it this way. Come on, I need tanks. What's holding it up? Let's just go have a look-see. Okay, we do request 4 at a time. And trains are on their way. How many do I request? Probably a full stack, so probably 5. You know what, I'm going to turn that off, and I'm just going to grab everything from there. Off you go, please. You, off you go. Three more and then this one's off. Let's see how the plant is doing in general. It is waiting for a lot of heat pipes. How are we doing on this? Temperature's rising good. It's just a matter of getting all the heat pipes filled out. Okay. What I can do is just quickly throw down one of my spies. I just needed one. Let's have a look. 108 heat pipes. 8 fluid wagons. Okay, he's full. Off you go. Why would you be demanding fluid wagons? As a build item. Is there something up here I've forgotten about? Oh yeah. Not forgotten, but... Okay, so let's get you moving. If you're full... Moving and moving... We just double check here. There should be 12 trains now running at the top. And if we go look at the bottom stations, 12. Perfect. Last one, get moving. So what are we up to now? 5.2 gigawatts. So this will slowly grow and climb. We're still on the negative, but that's fine. This will slowly get there. We can have another look. The heat pipes should come quite quickly. Only 20 left. Cool. So this should be ramping up energy production quite quickly. Come on. 5. Last 5 pieces. No, there we go. So that is everything built out. It's now just got to ramp up its energy and the heat to get across all of them. And this will slowly, what are we up to? Only 5.6. There we go, jumping, we now have excess. And I'm going to leave that like that. Yeah, and how are we doing over here? Still not producing. Looks like we are actually hitting level 3. There we go. Level 3s are being produced. Fantastic. Let's have a look. We are filling up the lines. Nice. We'll see there's resources coming in. And these will fill up as the modules improve. This will all solidify. You could say that. And then we'll have to monitor our intakes. So that is our modules. Increase in power. Module factory running. We've got dedicated routes for all the different things. We've been clearing also quite nicely around here. The bases are a little exposed, but our pollution is far away. I've been making sure I'm chipping away at the bugs as often as I can, even down here. I know it's open there, but this is all cleared out. And of course I'm going to run in with our barter patrol at some point here to clear out all the other small bits of nests and leftovers. Okay, so this is where we will leave our episode. I thought we would get a little bit further. I'll finish clearing up all of that. So our next task, we've got our green circuits. I finally have our modules, our liquids. So the next facility we're going to build out is red circuits. Yeah, so that is what we're going to focus on the next episode. Most likely I will show you, we'll build it out in the sandbox. It's empty at the moment. We'll build it out, create the blueprint, and then put it out onto the world. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and hope you enjoyed. Cheers.